Okay, let's see if I can set this. Oh no! So, I don't really look the greatest right now, but that's not what this video is about. Because nobody gives a shit about that. Let's be real. Okay, so basically what happened is yesterday, I, just like normal, went to log into my Polyvore account. And was basically immediately redirected to a new site called Essence, which really confused me. And at first I was kind of just like, I don't really know what's happening, like the fuck is going on. So I'm going to be talking about a couple of things in this video. What is Polyvore and what did it mean to people? You know, what happened to Polyvore and how do I feel about it? What do I think about it? All that kind of stuff. And what are some things you can do to recover your content, which I will put a link in the description box below if you would like to recover your content that has been deleted off of Polyvore. There is a way to do that if you get it submitted, I believe, before May 15th. I want to say. But yeah, so let's just kind of dive into this, shall we? So basically, Polyvore sold out to a company called Essence. And a lot of people are extremely upset by this because they gave absolutely no warning, and also because Polyvore has been a creative platform for many, many years. And yeah, basically, right after it happened, there was a petition to bring Polyvore back. And it got 5,000 signatures, and then it was extended. Now we needed 15,000 signatures, right? And people kept signing it because it is a vital platform for a lot of creators and for a lot of artists and people who are into fashion, people who are doing it seriously, people who are doing it casually. It doesn't really matter. It was a good platform. And when I got around, I have all the numbers here. Let's see exactly what it was. I think it was like 13,300 signatures. Yes, that is correct. They said, you know, basically, Polyvore is not coming back. We're not going to bring it back. So that's what it is. It's gone. And I was like, what the flying fuck, right? Let me tell you something really quickly about Polyvore. It was the website that I created most of my content on. I didn't really do much in terms of a lot of other platforms. It was my primary platform in terms of creating content. It was a place where artists and creators could come together and form a community and express themselves and share their art. And here's the thing. Polyvore is sort of centered around this whole like idea of like creating fashion sets and stuff like that. And to an outsider, it probably seems like that's what it is. Like it's a fashion site. But actually, you can import images from all over the internet to Polyvore. It's an image hosting website, but in a very unique way. You can create collages out of them, and you have, when you are creating, you have an entire toolbox of things that you can do and how you can put everything together to create a certain image. And there were many different groups on Polyvore that were for celebrating certain styles of expression. I was actually running a group for the last maybe year or so called Damn Generation, which is a reference to the Screaming Dead song, Damn Generation, but it was a place for people to come and, what am I trying to say here? It was a place for people to come and express themselves if they felt like maybe other groups didn't necessarily suit them, or, you know, whatever. It was a space where it was okay to, and even encouraged to, post sets that dealt with a lot of harder issues. There were only a couple limits, like you can't romanticize eating disorders or self-harm or anything like that, but it was okay to express and talk about some things that were not really okay in other parts of Polyvore. Okay, so this is future me coming in to interject really quick and just say that a lot of content on Polyvore was not just one singular thing. In my content and in a lot of other people's content, we created a lot of things that had fashion aspects to it, for sure, but there were also a lot of people who were in alternative subcultures or countercultural movements that were using the platform, and there was a lot of content being created that was rich with music references, cultural references, activism, and a lot of other things. So I just wanted to say that really quick. And okay, here's a couple things. So first of all, when this happened, so many people, myself included, felt like all of the content that I have created, all of the hours of work that I have put into my expression on this platform have been thrown in the trash and lit on fucking fire. Without any warning, basically. Right? And here's another thing. The people that we connected with on this website, because Polyvore wasn't just a place to create, it was also a community. And it was one of the places that I felt most comfortable sharing whatever I wanted. I was truly able to express myself and not really give two shits about, you know, what people were gonna think. It was fun. It was fun as fuck. And a lot of the people on there were extremely supportive. I became extremely inspired by them. And I know people were probably inspired. Why is my brain like scrambling? By some of my stuff as well. So yeah. So it was, you know, what I'm trying to get at is that it was also very much a community. And when you do something like this and you just rip it apart, how the fuck are we supposed to find our friends that we met on Polyvore? Like, how the fuck, unless we already have exchanged information, how are we supposed to, you know, keep these connections and artistic inspirations that we've made with people? Like, how are we going to evolve? What platforms are going to arise because of the death of Polyvore? And that's another thing, is that because Polyvore is dead, it's not fucking coming back, right? There are a lot of different platforms, not a lot, but I've seen multiple different platforms popping up that are trying to be alternatives to Polyvore. And I personally haven't tried any of them out yet. I don't know what's going to work for me, and I don't know if, you know, Polyvore users are going to kind of splinter off into all these different platforms rather than finding one specific one that works. I really don't know. I can't say if that's even a good or a bad thing, right? But, you know, let me know if you found a platform that you enjoy in the same way as Polyvore. I would love to check it out. And let's get to the part where if you have this feeling, either you've tried to log in or you haven't been active for a while, but you still have a Polyvore and you care about your content on there, let's talk about how you can download some of that and get it back. As far as I believe, you should be able to click the link in the description box below and it will take you to a somewhat, it's kind of surreal, honestly. It takes you to this like page that has some of the old Polyvore like layout, but not completely. And you submit your request to get all of your account, like not your account, to get all of your content, and either they will send you an email or whatever. I'm not really sure exactly how it works. They never sent me an email, okay? But what I did is I went back to that website and I refreshed it, and then there was a link that I clicked on and I was able to download my content. There's also an option on this page where you can opt out of your information being given to Essence, the new company, which I personally did because fuck them. I'm never gonna fucking buy anything from that website. Here's another thing. That just struck me, right? It's just like slapped me in the face. Do you not understand your consumer base, like at all? Like at all? I can guarantee you nobody who is really a serious Polyvore user is gonna hop on over to Essence and drop $600 fucking on an ugly ass raincoat that looks like shit. Like, nobody's really gonna do that. Like, do you really think people are gonna go for that shit? Absolutely the fuck not. Absolutely not. Like, I don't get it. I really don't. Because, you know, a lot of people who use Polyvore, they didn't buy shit on there. Like, most of us didn't buy shit. What we did is we created and expressed ourselves. And honestly, we probably brought a lot of traffic to the website by doing that. We probably did. You know, content creators would be able to inspire people, or, you know, whatever, make them want to do whatever. I don't really know. I really don't. But, you know, there's also a chance that someone might use an item in a set so frequently that they go, wow, like, I kind of just actually want this item in my wardrobe, and I'd be willing to, you know, to actually purchase it. And, you know, you can click on the item, click on the link, and it'll take you to the website where they're selling it. A lot of the items on Polyvore are not up for sale anymore, though. But regardless, you really don't understand the people who are using Polyvore. Like, primarily, you don't, like, do you not understand? Or maybe you do understand and you just don't really give a singular shit. Excuse me. You don't really give a shit because all you care about is money. Money, 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 and that's it. That's it. The fucking new website, Essence, please, please, nobody is gonna be on that shit. At least nobody from Polyvore anyways. They're charging they're charging multiple thousands of dollars for certain items on that website. And guess what? They all look like shit. There's no creativity, there's no originality, there's no community. It's all just bullshit. It's just another fucking fashion outlet website for some, like, bougie ass motherfuckers. Like, I don't understand what happened. But I guess I do, right? I don't get it, but I get it. You know what I mean? Like, it's just one of those things. I do want to say really quick that also I remember being on Polyvore when I was, like, in middle school. Like, one of my friends showed me Polyvore, and I kind of dinked around on it a little bit. I kind of just, like, messed around, but I wasn't really a serious user. Nonetheless, my throat. Nonetheless, that's what prompted me to come back to Polyvore after I had kind of explored my personal style and identity for so many years. I came back and noticed it was still a platform, and I understood how to use it better because I really only dabbled in it. Again, I didn't really understand how you could import items or, you know, like items from other people and all that. I was kind of just using the most basic toolbox or whatever, like items that are already in the catalog, you know what I mean? So that's another thing that I'm thinking about, is like, when we think about these new platforms that are popping up trying to be replacements for Polyvore, which ones are allowing you to import images from all around the internet? Or is it just basically a fixed catalog of you can use X, Y, and Z, right? Because I don't think that that's very helpful for creators. But anyway, so if you have any suggestions on where Polyvore fans should be going to continue this creative stream, leave it down in the comments section below, because I know a lot of us are pretty peeved, okay? We're pretty peeved. And yeah, you know, I'm not trying to be too spicy about it or whatever. I'm really not. But the fact of the matter is, I'm feeling all kinds of spicy, because that was the platform that I created most of my content on. Out of anywhere else on the fucking internet, I was creating content on Polyvore, and I loved it. So I think that's all I really have to say. If I have anything else to say, I'll probably add it in another, you know, segment or whatever. But I hope this at least helped some of you who are feeling at a loss for your content disappearing. And I just want to be sort of a part of the conversation about where Polyvore users are going next. So with that said, thank you for watching, and yeah, take it easy, you know?